Hey everybody, I'm your host, not Guillermo. He's out back trying to fit into a Mickey Mouse costume, again. Welcome to our countdown of the top tourist attractions in the USA. That's right, we're talking about the places you have to see before you, well, kick the bucket. Get ready to explore some of the most iconic and breathtaking destinations across America. We're talking bucket list stuff, people. And if you've already been to some of these places, well, good for you. Feel free to sit back, relax, and judge my travel tips. First up, we're heading to Arizona, a state best known for its scorching heat and, well, that's about it, just kidding. Arizona is also home to one of the most incredible natural wonders of the world, the Grand Canyon. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, it's just a big hole in the ground, and you're not wrong. But trust me, this is one hole you have to see to believe. It's like Mother Nature decided to carve out a masterpiece with a really, really big spoon. The views? Stunning. Absolutely stunning. You can hike down into the canyon, but let's be honest, most of us are perfectly happy admiring it from the rim. And for good reason. Those trails are no joke. Did you know the Grand Canyon is 277 miles long and a mile deep? That's like, really big. You could fit the entire population of Rhode Island down there and still have room for a few chihuahuas. Next up, we're heading to the East Coast to visit Lady Liberty herself. That's right, we're talking about the Statue of Liberty, the symbol of freedom and the reason why tourists keep taking those awkward ferry selfies. Now I've got to be honest, the first time I saw the Statue of Liberty I was a little underwhelmed. I mean, she's big and all, but she's green. Turns out the green color is actually oxidation. Science! But once you get past the whole green thing, you start to appreciate the history and the symbolism of this iconic landmark. She's welcomed millions of immigrants to our shores, and she's a reminder that America is a land of opportunity. Plus, the ferry ride over there is pretty great. You get amazing views of the city. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading to Yellowstone National Park, where the geysers erupt, the bison roam, and the tourists try not to get too close to the bison. Yellowstone is like a greatest hits album of natural wonders. You've got geysers shooting hot water into the air, colorful hot springs that look like they belong on another planet, and more wildlife than you can shake a stick at. Speaking of wildlife, be prepared to see some bison. And when I say see, I mean they'll probably be blocking the road, holding up traffic while they casually graze on some grass. Don't worry, it's all part of the charm. Just remember, these are wild animals. So, no selfies with the bison, no matter how tempting it might be. Trust me, you don't want to be that tourist who ends up on the evening news. Chapter 4. Disney World, the most magical place, unless you're on a budget. Okay, let's be honest, no trip to America is complete without a visit to the happiest place on earth, Disney World. I'm talking Mickey Mouse, Cinderella's castle, and enough sugar to make your teeth ache for a week. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, Disney World is for kids. And you're not wrong. But even if you don't have kids, you gotta admit there's something magical about a place where dreams come true, and adults can wear mouse ears without judgment. Plus, they've got some pretty awesome rides. I'm talking about Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, and of course the Haunted Mansion. Just be prepared to wait in line for, like, ever. But hey, that's all part of the experience, right? And who knows, you might even get lucky and spot a celebrity or two while you're waiting. After all, even celebrities need a little Disney magic in their lives. Chapter 5, Las Vegas. What happens in Vegas gets posted on Instagram. Next up, we're heading to Sin City, the entertainment capital of the world, the place where what happens there, well, you know the rest. That's right, we're talking about Las Vegas, baby. Now, I'm not a big gambler, but there's something about the energy of Vegas that's just infectious. It's like the entire city is plugged into a 24/7 party circuit. And the best part? Nobody judges you for wearing your best Elvis costume at 10 in the morning. Of course, there's more to Vegas than just gambling and questionable fashion choices. You've got world-class shows, incredible restaurants, and enough neon lights to make your head spin. Just remember, what happens in Vegas might stay in Vegas, but it will definitely end up on social media. So choose your Instagram filters wisely. Chapter 6. Golden Gate Bridge. Worth its weight in gold? Alright folks, we're heading to the West Coast to visit one of the most iconic bridges in the world, the Golden Gate Bridge. It's big, it's red, and it's been in more movies than I have. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, it's just a bridge. And you're not wrong. But this is no ordinary bridge. This is the Golden Gate Bridge, people. It's an engineering marvel, a symbol of American ingenuity, and a really great place to take a selfie. The views from the bridge are absolutely breathtaking. You can see Alcatraz Island, the city skyline, and if you're lucky, you might even spot a whale or two. Just try not to get blown off the bridge by the wind. And speaking of wind, be prepared for some chilly weather, even in the middle of summer. Trust me, San Francisco is notorious for its unpredictable climate. One minute it's sunny, the next minute you're caught in a fog bank. Get ready to be dazzled, folks, because we're heading to the crossroads of the world, the city that never sleeps, the place where dreams are made of, and also where tourists get run over by those costumed characters trying to make a buck. That's right, we're talking about Times Square, baby. It's bright, it's loud, and it's everything you've ever imagined about New York City, times 10. Now I gotta be honest, Times Square is not for the faint of heart. It's crowded, it's chaotic, and it's expensive. But there's something about the energy of this place that's just intoxicating. Maybe it's the bright lights, maybe it's the street performers, or maybe it's just the overwhelming feeling that you're in the center of it all. Plus, you can't beat the people watching in Times Square. You'll see everything from tourists wearing those I Heart NY shirts to street vendors selling knockoff handbags. Just kidding, or am I? Get ready to be wowed by Mother Nature, folks, because we're heading to Yosemite National Park, home to towering granite cliffs, breathtaking waterfalls, and trees that are like really, really old. Yosemite is one of those places that makes you feel small and insignificant in the best way possible. It's a reminder that we're just a tiny part of something much bigger and more beautiful than ourselves. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, I've seen one waterfall, I've seen them all. Wrong. Yosemite's waterfalls are in a league of their own. We're talking Yosemite Falls, Bridal Veil Fall, and of course the majestic Vernal Fall. Just be prepared to hike because some of the best views in Yosemite are earned, not given. But hey, at least you'll be burning off all those s'mores you've been snacking on. Hold on to your autograph books, folks, because we're heading to Hollywood, California, the land of fame, fortune, and overpriced parking. That's right, we're talking about the Hollywood Walk of Fame, where you can literally rub shoulders with some of the biggest names in entertainment, or at least their star on the sidewalk. Now I know what you're thinking, Jimmy, the Walk of Fame is just a tourist trap. And you're not wrong, but it's a tourist trap with a lot of history. I mean, where else can you find the names of Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, and Donald Duck all in one place? Just be prepared for crowds because everyone wants their picture taken with their favorite star. Last but not least, we're heading to the border of the United States and Canada to witness one of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders in the world, Niagara Falls. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, it's just a big waterfall. And you'd be right. It is a big waterfall, a really big waterfall. We're talking millions of gallons of water plummeting over a cliff every second. It's enough to make you want to wear a raincoat or a poncho, or maybe just stand really, really far away. But seriously, Niagara Falls is one of those natural wonders that you have to see to believe. The sheer power of the water is mesmerizing. You can take a boat tour to get up close and personal with the falls, but be prepared to get soaked. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can even go ziplining over the falls. Just try not to look down. Thanks for joining us on this whirlwind tour of America's top tourist attractions. We hope we've inspired you to pack your bags and explore this amazing country. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel inspiration. See you in the next video.